And you tuning into the Black House Fire Radio, and you listening
Yes,
to
massive wagwan. I'm the Robinson, your Jamaican brother there, reaching out to all the massive on the African continent, and you're tuning into the Pan Bliss Show with your host, none other than Joey, from Monday to Friday. Stay tuned. And Gerard Robinson, love, respect, and justice for all. Big up, massive.
Said I want you. Said I want you. I'll give you some time, even a little time. She said she not let go, no matter for me go. She said she read that baby I saw, and she not make no joke. She said she not let go, no matter for me go. She said she read that baby I saw, and she not run no joke. Tell me how you bend and move like a acrobat. Tell me how you do that. Baby, never see you move like a gymnastic. And your moves are fine and fantastic. Right now, girl, your body's incredible. Spin on my one like a turntable. You transform and give me the chop and wine. You have your woman over your eyes, them wide one more time. I'll let go, no matter for me go. She says she read that baby I saw, and she not make no joke. She says she not let go, no matter for me go. She says she please, why like that? Baby, why not stop? Wonder where you stay like that. Me and tell me no one see you stop turn. You shape like your buckle, cool a buckle shape by your pierce never. No girl out there run like you, but them would have had if them would have found you. Now let go, no matter for me go. She says she read that baby I saw, and she not make no joke. She says she not let go, no matter for me go. She says she read that baby I saw, and she not run no joke. I have never ever seen another girl like this way. Don't you even bother to get a number, because the sexy girl is with me. She says she read that baby.
Yes, good afternoon, family. Karibuni sana to another beautiful session. Hope you guys are doing amazing. 40 minutes past the top of the hour. I'm on time today. Who's gonna talk shit? Who's got something to say? We got 2K Williams wherever he is. Always complaining about my time. I'm on time today. Yes, Karibuni sana to yet another beautiful conversation right here on the Black Fire Network radio station media of the 21st century, and of course Karibu sana to the Pan-African Bliss Show. I'm your host Joby, in case you're here for the first time, but of course to all our amazing returning listeners and subscribers, Karibuni sana. To everyone live with me on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, I'd love to say hi, and in case this is the first time right here, kindly consider following us live on whatever stream you are streaming live with us from. In case you're also wondering how to get connected with us, and we keep on losing our channels. That is one thing. We keep on losing our channels because of the truth we speak right here. So for you to stay connected and to literally be a member of the Black Fire Network, ensure that you have our application. Just go to the Google Play Store, search for the Black Fire Network app, if in case you are an Android user, and you'll be able to find us right there, which takes you also direct to our website. And we have amazing features on our website. We have the social page, we have the Black Fire Network merchandise page, and you can check out amazing luggages and suitcases for those who are looking forward to travel, for vacation right here in Africa. Karibuni sana. Once again, shout out to religious living thing. if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. You're saying, give me your channel on radio. I don't know what you mean. Kindly come correct. But thank you so much for tuning in, and to everyone with me also on the website and on Rumble. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday morning. For me, it is a wonderful Tuesday afternoon so far. Looking forward to see what the rest of the day has in store for me. But what I have in store for today's conversation is about the African leadership and agricultural production. And I'm so happy because I'm about to talk about what is happening in Burkina Faso. And the Burkinabe people are really, really serious. I love the fact that these people are backing up the junta and every decision is making for the people and bettering the lives of the people. We keep on talking every single day about the puppets we have in Africa who have not done anything but to sell out the nation, sell out the country, sell out the wealth. We've been seeing what is happening in DRC Congo, that is the past 2-3 days. And it's crazy to see who the blame game falls onto. Well, it is all the same people who are funding the same project. It is so sad. But we shall be talking about Burkina Faso, which is actually has invested heavy on agriculture, and I'm so happy to see this. We've been seeing actually these 3 West African countries, including Niger, they are growing economically, drastically, actually amazingly, and which we are proud to see. And if you try to question the rest of the African countries like Kenya and Zambia, which I love using as an example, after Kenya purchased 20 hectares of land and giving away 300,000 acres of land to an Italian company. How is it that this is beneficial to us as African people? And why is it that people are literally dying of hunger? Because along with this, I'll be sharing a video coming from, it is revealing actually a European company, which most of you are very well aware of. It's Nestle, if I'm pronouncing the name correctly. We have these products, the baby formula, like Cerelac, so many things, literally. The baby milk formula, if I'm not wrong, is also maybe produced from the same company. But we know for so long that for those who have discovered, and we yet to see other people also understanding what is this all about in the agenda. It's been poisoning so many African children, and that this has become a reliable, actually, product in Africa. And it is so sad to see that we're moving away again, shifting from traditional ways of living, culture, which is one of the things we were talking about yesterday at night. You know, we're shifting from the true culture as African people and embracing Westernization and European products, which are leading to so many cancer diseases. So that is what we shall be talking about as we get to look at. I'll try give my own ideas and facts of what I know African parents what they're supposed to use or what they used to use, you know, when kids were young, or when the kids got to that point of now wanting to eat, or in the ability to eat any type of food. I'll give some of the ideas or knowledge that I have, and as we get to see if we can find any other African facts under that, and much more coming from today's conversation. Karibuni sana once again. Hope you guys are doing amazing one more time. Shout out to Njoroge, who is with us on TikTok, and Trevor Live joining me on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Twitter. I began with an amazing jam that was Egyptian Na Lego, not featuring anyone, but it's an amazing jam, a major TBT. Personally, I'll jam into anytime, any single day. This is Danny Intronics with Tukis. Hope you guys get to jam into this, and of course, we'll be coming back with the quote of the day and much more of what is happening.
Yeah. Yes, Danny talk.
Yeah, never been easy to do this. Been couple years tukisaka easy tukis. Whether the storm alafu focus on the finish. Na mafala wanashindwa ati mbona sishtuki. Funny niko jiji but the farm never sees me. Baraka vile nimepata brothers for mziki. Nothing in this life can compare to the music. Mradi ile kufanya vitu futuristic. Niache nyi mnashindwa niko wera bila reason. Nyi mnadhani mimi naroga ndio nipate recognition. Wakinisaka niko wera incognito. Chini rada spatikani Snapchat ama TikTok. Busy granny kuwa mafutani shinda Bitco. Squeezy hadi feature na lepisha bei ya crypto. Uwasi bongi kama converse yo beneficial. Eri ni nyamaza design ya Jose Mourinho. Miezi kama sita wanashindwa niko wapi. Wananitegea Insta ni kule wanjapi. Vipu wanga safi hadi si hadi marashi. Still na maintain social distance na warazi. Wasoro wako busy analyzing. Wanashindwa mimi nataka sifa ama ganji. isipojipa leo tunajaribu siku next na kasi important usicall to my text.
Tanya wanipate mimi na chata mkia michongo kitaka changu siache kufurahi. Ona sasa boda na nifungulia milango na zinataka kupambana kishujaa.
Yes, and my quote of today is Happy Tuesday. Decide what you want, believe you can have it, believe you deserve it, and believe it is possible for you and only you. That is my quote of the day. And of course, this song actually also relates to the same. Keep on pushing. Everything is going to be all right. Keep on grinding. Everything, it's a jipa too. One day, one time, it's a jipa too.
Pull up moto blocks on fire. Nimekaza kama bot mekuja na pliers. Nakadehati na banki shara tumonekana. Sio tabia tu my brother na chenjaji die. Bro, na wanangu mpaka Shanzu Kibera mpaka Lamu Kochela Roysambu na Bambu Ngombeni kwa
big up to Ghost in the building.
Hapa kwa braza Dekela. Wanesti kweni bado niko njaa. Tanya wanipate mimi na chaka mkia michongo. Changu siachi kufurahi. Ona sasa boda na nifungulia milango.
Yes, Danny Intronics featuring Asano Afrocentric playing right here on the Black Fire Network radio station. And of course, this is the Pan African Bliss Show. My name is Joby. Quick shout out to everyone with me live on TikTok. Shout out to DJ Twana. Shout out to Ghost in the building. Shout out to everyone live with me on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Rumble, on the show page, on the radio. Everywhere we are connected. And in case you are wondering how to get to literally connected to all our platforms, just ensure you have the Black Fire Network application on your phone. Very easy to use, actually. Gives you the amazing opportunity to chat with your family and friends as you stream live with us. And imagine what, I don't know if there has been trivia questions going on, but I still do believe that you do have a chance to stand to win merchandise or amazing cash prizes every single morning right here on the Black Fire Network radio station. Just have the app and stay connected, and exactly at 10 a.m. every morning you stand a chance to win merchandise or amazing cash prizes. Depends what the question is all about, or whatever the cash prize is all about. Karibuni sana, let me know how your week is doing. How is May taking you so far? Mine is great, I can't complain. But in Africa, always the same chaos every single day, but we're here to tackle them every day by day as we wait for revolution or coups to take over, like what is happening in the West Africa. And of course, I want to start with that amazing positive news of what is happening in Burkina Faso. And I want to start first with a video of the demonstration that took over on Friday. And I'm so proud to see the backup that Ibrahim Traoré is getting from his people. We should see the same with, that was, I think, not Chad, but Mali. We saw that Mali, we had some oppositions, of course, who come out of nowhere, as if we don't know they are paid to create distractions in the country, who paid a few Malians to go and demonstrate against the current democratic government that is there, which they claim is a coup. Personally, I don't like calling them coups. That is a term given by the Western media, but it is the true democracy we see what is actually has been restored in this country. So we've seen distractions actually happening in Mali. They are demanding the fake democracy to come back, while the country has also been demanded to decide when they shall be holding their next election. As we talk, I see that Chad, during this weekend, they did hold their elections, and we've seen Chad being one of the countries as well that has joined the Alliance Sahel State, which is a group bloc that has been created by these three amazing democratic countries, in them fighting many different things that have been happening in the country. So I'm going to start with what is happening in Burkina Faso first before we get confused. And currently the country is going to, I expect it to actually grow economically amazing. Like this in the next, maybe by the end of 2024, I believe that Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali, if they're going to still be working together, which I believe, we're going to see them actually doing amazing. Now, we've seen from last Monday, a video I shared of Museveni. He did mention about aid, where we've seen for real, and we know that aid has not been helping African people, but instead it's been a token we're given that helps the Western nations. And it seems like countries like Burkina Faso, we've seen them fighting, of course, withdrawing and chasing out all these fake organizations that have been stuck in their countries, like the UN, the US troops, and so many. And so far, they have actually bought, or they have been able to purchase so many tractors, which I'll be able to share right here, and so many things in terms of them ensuring that they are going to employ people and produce their own food. They say they no longer want to be fed by anyone. Shout out to France, who always keep on offering us nothing and all that. So shout out to the Burkina Faso junta, that is Ibrahim Traoré, is really, really doing an amazing job. So let me share this as we get to continue, and as I get to share the demonstration that were held over US troops by still the Burkinabe people.
Nous avons décidé cette année d'accompagner les producteurs. Le ministère avait déjà engagé un processus de labour gratuit de...
But as we get to continue, a quick shout out to K. Williams, Karibu Sana, says free Joby, hashtag, the hashtag free Joby, also says what's going on, stop trying to, okay, I'm done. Trust me, I think once I get my things correct, I'm gonna look for a teacher. I'm gonna have to go back to, if it's either not for fun, I'm going to take it serious, but I'd really love to go back because it's something I think I really have it in me. I really always get amazed when I hear amazing voices, amazing voices. Personally, I'm now, don't want to say obsessed. Obsessed sounds so wrong, but I'm really in love with King Madi's voice. She's 17 from Nigeria. She's right now blowing up, and I just love her voice. And she just did this feature with Chloe. It's just super, super amazing. The voices are just top notch. So personally, I'm going to have to go back to classes of voice coaching because it's nice. It's just beautiful to hear the voices personally. It's something that gives a spark in me, it sparkles me somewhere.
64 000 hectares dans toutes les régions. En plus de ça, donc, nous avons décidé d'acquérir environ un demi-millier de tracteurs. Pour cette saison, il faut le dire que ces tracteurs seront utilisés pour labourer gratuitement les terres.
Yes, kings and queens, this is the good news to the people of Africa. And this is the message to the world that Africa, we can feed ourselves. We are no longer needed to import food or to depend on others for food production. So today,
Africa itself, I think we know this very well. I always sometimes go back to, excuse me, when we had, I think the Prime Minister or the Ministry of Food and something in Uganda, who did call Ugandans as stupid, and pardon my French, but that is the term he used. He said that there's no way you can actually be crying hunger, you don't know how to farm. How is it that Africans, again, we forgot how to farm? It's something that doesn't add up to me. But I also love to go back and defend where Africa was still fighting for our lands back. We've seen in countries like Namibia, 71% is owned by white people. If you go to South Africa, actually, we have it is white farmers, and they have declared war if any South Africans try to reclaim their land. So if you try to look at why Africa, we have failed in food production, number one is because we don't own majority of our lands nor control. But what have our puppet leaders done about this? Because that is always the question. Because instead of taking back the land, all we see is deals being signed of the same land, and you'll find within years, it's no longer actually shares we have here. It's no longer a beneficial type of, or a mutual benefits type of project going on here. It is actually all about the white men. And this is why we see the country ends up being indebted in so many ways, like what we saw Ruto doing. Once he got into presidency, it was just last year. Excuse me. We saw him selling so many companies, state-owned companies. But the question is, are they really state-owned companies? Because that is why we need to go back to the papers. What was really signed? Did these people read whatever agreement that was in between the country and the so-called shareholders? This is why Africa, we have failed in agriculture, in food production. because we don't control majority of our lands. But I want to finish this, and I always love to go back to a story I'd done research some time back ago, but I never presented it. It was about Nigeria, and I think I spoke lightly about it. That is that we saw Nigerians eating dirty rice, and I don't mean the dirty rice, cooked rice. That is the dirty rice we throw away. And they had to opt for this because rice has become super expensive in Nigeria. And we try to look at majority effect. Cause of this is because the government has been importing genetically modified rice in the country, which is not advised to eat, and which is actually beating down the local market production. So it is crazy. So let me share this.
Head of state of Burkina Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traore, he officially handed over samples of agro-pastoral and fishery inputs and equipment.
This is so beautiful. I mean, they're not talking. I love to see it. I watched this video with a smile on my face. This is just so beautiful. And I'm also still smiling seeing this. This is so beautiful. It's not just about talking, it's doing, putting in action. This is why we create employment, because you can see actually it's not just machines. They're going to employ people to occupy that work, to be able to produce this. Not what Kenya is literally struggling with right now. Kenya is struggling with machines that are taking over jobs that is in the Kenyan tea farms. We saw that last year, the documentary that was released, and it is sad.
To the minister in charge of agriculture. So kings and queens, Captain Ibrahim Traore demonstrating that if we, the people of Africa, we can decide to invest in agriculture, we can feed ourselves. So this is a good news. And I remember last year in the Russia Africa Summit, Captain Ibrahim Traore warned Africa that we should not go back to the Russia Africa Summit if we cannot feed our people. So this is what Captain Ibrahim Traore is doing. So Burkina Faso is going to produce more foods. We must understand.
Exactly. And as we talk about summits, the next video I'll be sharing after that, we have African leaders who are supposed to be attending a summit that is in Dallas. And of course, it's always the same discussions over and over again. Fake promises, but nothing. Hey, shout out to you, Ronnie Mboya. Nice to see you. Long time, bro. Long time, Sana. But nice to see you. Hope you're doing amazing. Yeah, this is what we keep on seeing every single time with these other African puppets. Promises, but no actions taken. Nothing is done. So I'm glad to see Ibrahim Traore literally putting in action. I'm really super happy. I'm so happy. But right now, they are attending the summit, which is supposed to be held in Dallas. The question is, what are they going to discuss? Same again, fake promises, nothing, more loans. And I love the way these men are standing, the three West African men, the way they're standing on their feet and saying, we can't keep on going back to this summit if we can't do this.
Understand that those who feeds you always controls you. So
exactly. That is what Museveni was trying to tell us. But Museveni, shout out to Museveni. Uganda is one of the countries that is in AGOA. AGOA is Africa Growth Act of Food Development and Production, something like that, if I'm not wrong, which gives access to or allows African countries to export food for free without any fee being charged. But if you try to look at the benefit African countries have been gaining from this, it's zero benefit, number one. And I remember when Uganda, after them signing the harsh laws about LGBTQ in their country, Uganda was sanctioned immediately by the Biden administration and was withdrawn, was sanctioned from AGOA and a couple of things. Immediately, Museveni came. I always love his double standards and double speech, He came and said, we as a country, we as Africa, we don't require any help from anyone. That is the same thing Ruto told us last week with the same loans and fundings. So it is always a perpetual talk. After saying that, immediately he went weeks after, days later, Museveni came back begging to the Biden administration, hey, we need to go back. We're suffering. You know, my people, this amount of people have lost jobs. You know, this and this is happening. But is it impossible? It is not impossible if only you stand firm and independent, not the fake independency. Shout out to the Western African nations, Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso. I'm so proud.
Ibrahim Traore and the people of Burkina Faso, they are no longer want to be controlled by those who are feeding them.
Exactly.
So they have decided to invest in agriculture. So kings and queens, you can see these inputs and equipment, including tons of fertilizers, tons of...
I bet it's not the fake fertilizer like what we have in Kenya. People being sold sandy soil in the name of fertilizer. And people are realizing when it's too late. And this is why I'm going back to question, how did we lose it as farmers? How did we lose it as Africans in terms of farming, to where you can't realize this is, once you try the fertilizer one time, the first season, the production has become literally, there's nothing that has happened. Why won't you try something else? But this is why I said Africans are so scared of taking risks again.
Of plants.
Majority of the people.
Seeds, tons of fish feed, tractors, as you see, motor pumps, and other cultivators. So, kings and queens, this is a big investment the government of Burkina Faso decided to fund. So, this equipment will contribute to food self-sufficiency by strengthening agro-pastoral production.
Yep.
So, this is a good news. Of course, we have been lamented for too long that for how long Africa will continue to be fed by the Chinese, fed by others. We import eggs, we import everything.
And it is all fake food. Imagine the funny thing, what we're importing in the country, we can actually produce organic food, but we are dependent on people who are literally making plastic foods and bringing it to us, and we're eating this. In the next few years, you ask yourself, why is it that I have cancer? Because we're working away from culture, and that is just the truth.
We can't grow our own food, but we have horrible land, we have water, but we can't grow our food. So let us congratulate the people of Burkina Faso and the leadership of Burkina Faso.
Totally. They do deserve the congratulations. No cap. Congratulations to the country. Congratulations to the people also standing with Ibrahim Traore. This is so beautiful to watch. I'm so proud of actions taking place, but not words. We also saw that was on Friday. There was a demonstration that took over. Burkinabe people took it to the streets of calling out on the US for funding so many wars in many regions and Israel itself. And I'm proud to see this. But Karibu Sana Keith, how are you doing today?
Santi Sana, just waking up. How you doing today?
I'm okay.
All right. Yeah, Ibrahim, they tried to kill him again.
Oh no, always, because he's doing something, of course.
Yeah, they try. Yeah, because he's not a puppet. He's a leader. He's making Africa. Say, listen here, we got to go back to do things. I said, why is Africa importing food when you got the best land? Because the puppets have been forced. I told you, everybody's been parasites off of African people's backs, Joe. They get rich off of Africa. They steal your resources, then they got you buying their fucked up food and ain't even food. That's why you lost. That's why you don't know how to farm anymore. Because your farmers.
That is number one. But I always love, again, I was just giving an example of where we had the Prime Minister of Uganda who called Ugandans stupid for not understanding farming at one bit. And, he said there's no way people are dying out of anger while all you have to do is just take a djembe, plant your seed, and you have the food.
Well, you ever taught them that?
Exactly.
Stop acting like you taught the Ugandan people. Most of them are drunks and morons. What are you talking about?
That is number one, where people have not been told the skills of farming. That is true. Because we lost it. I believe, like, when we had our ancestors taken and when we had the white people now invading us with this fake the colonization, the independency, everything fake that was left. I feel like Africans, we slowly lost it. and that is
Of
when
course.
they took over. Because I was given an example with the South Africa, and we've seen the white farmers out. They have declared war if South Africans try to claim their lands back, which is
That
their lands.
that of course it's their lands. It was stolen. It's like in the movie. It's all stolen lands. Like I told
Exactly.
you, that's what I was talking about what we did yesterday, the rap thing, letting people in your culture then laughing and smiling. I love you. No, you gotta start gatekeeping. You gotta start taking shit back that belong to you. That's what people feel that they can take things from African people. That's what you have not understood. African people. People believe they can take shit from you, and you'll do nothing about it because you haven't done nothing about it. I'm talking about from America to Brazil, everywhere African people are at. And it's time you start gatekeeping, start taking back your shit. And you do it unapologetically. So I see Museveni had locked up, closed down the American embassy for allowing these homosexuals to run throughout the goddamn country. And I told you they were going to start dissent in your country, even though you a puppet. They had a homosexual parade in Uganda, sponsored by the damn U.S. embassy. You shut down all U.S. embassies in Africa. You get their ass out of there, just like Malawi was doing. You shut that shit down. You get their ass out of there. That's where your CIA and all your fucking people there to destabilize your country. Of course, all you thousands of NGOs. It means the more showing these crazy NGOs. Africa's got thousands of them in each country. It's nothing but spies and provocateurs. You shut all that shit down and get the cracker out of there. You get them out. Because this is what you see happening in Uganda when they stayed that parade. Shout out to Museveni, locked their ass up. He ain't give no try. He said, you guys all got 30-something years in prison. That's right. Told you it's illegal here. I already told you. So shout out to that. I seen the Ghanaian lady and on TikTok talking about it. Say, we can't even get our president to sign the bill. Right. They choke up and down the doodle. You better not sign that bill, nigga. You know.
Yeah, they're gonna lose money. But I'm so proud to see what Burkina Faso is doing. They have invested heavy on agriculture
and people.
production.
Well, just the people, not just that's agriculture. That's why he's building a nuclear power. Like I told Demore, you can't have a functioning country that has no power. That's why he's building a stabilized power. I need nuclear power. I need it. I don't care. I have no parts of my country with lights going out ever. That's why the West never wanted to give. We your friends in democracy. About the democracy. But democracy is a scam, family. It doesn't work. It's phony. They fund both sides. So they win whoever wins your election. Okay? That's a scam. You get rid of the white people in their goddamn electoral system. You're like, that's why we're not worried about no democracy. We got to develop. We can't develop with your democracy, and you haven't developed with their fake democracy. And the problem is the white man knows you're tribal. He knows you're tribal morons. So from both sides, you're not worried about fixing your country. You're about, is my tribe getting a bigger piece of the pie than this other tribe? Is my tribe getting more shit than the other tribe? That's what your moronic ass is worried about. Because you're simple-minded. The European knows that. So fuck that. Fix the country first. I don't got time for this tribalism shit. I don't got time for this fake democracies. Okay? If you see him now, right now, fixing the country, that's what he's doing. I'm not staging for no dumbass elections. You guys want to we need elections, we need democracy. That's the scam the white man gave black people. They come and keep shit don't never happen, keep putting their puppets in there. That's why they keep trying to, anybody trying to kill Ruto ass. Ain't nobody trying to kill Kofi Doodoo ass or Tinubu. They keep trying to kill Ibrahim because now he's saying, hey, we're going to start doing for African people what we're supposed to be doing. See, a government is supposed to provide for its people. Or it's not a government. It's a dictatorship. Africans don't have government. They have dictatorships paused as or cloaked as democracies. They're not democracies because shit don't ever change. Like somebody was talking about Kenya. Said how Kenya didn't know how to develop a city, and they did this bad city planning, all this flooding, because they don't have any real leaders in Kenya. That's why.
Yeah, but
Stupid.
don't take over my show. Don't take over my show.
Okay, go ahead.
Pause it there. Pause it there. But yeah, we understand that where the problem is coming from. It's all it's all to do with poor leadership. Because I was saying again, if you look at Namibia, which you just mentioned, 71% of the land is owned by white people. So if you also talk about skills, I mean, where are we supposed to practice the skills while we don't even own the biggest percentage of the land. So there's still a battle of African people trying to get their lands back. There's still a battle of where we're trying to get true leadership, like what we can see in Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali. There's so much literally being struggled for. So the call is upon again the youths, which I see actually I'm so proud, being honest. This is from my heart. I'm so proud to see what Burkina Faso people are doing, standing with Ibrahim Traoré, and I'm so proud to see them understanding actually what has been taking place for so long. So I bet since it's the youths reacting, I hope the rest of the youth in the world or in Africa, generally in Africa, they can be able to also respond to that, and be
Well, it's a domino. It's a domino effect, Joe. You understand? You have a collective consciousness. See, as much as you think you're tribal and all that, you're not. You're the same people, and everybody knows that. So once you have a collective consciousness, I mean, once Africans reach a certain form of past ignorance, all Africans catch on. It's called a collective consciousness. That's why I told you always study. It's called the 100 monkey test. So if you look up Google what is the 100 monkey test, you'll see what it is. All species have a collective consciousness. Once you reach a certain level, no matter what monkeys in the world, no matter if they're India, Africa, whatever it is, once they reach a certain understanding, it goes everywhere. It's a collective consciousness. That's how the universe works. So once the Africans have woken up to a certain point, it's a domino effect. It's going to happen in South Africa, Namibia, Kenya. That's what the white man's trying to stop. The collective consciousness. That's why they're trying to kill this man. Because very soon it's gonna be a domino effect, Joby. It's gonna be a collective consciousness. Because it's not gonna stop. The ball's already rolling now. So Africa will be free. Too much stuff about the Congo and too many Africans starting to know what real history is. So it's not you're reaching a tipping point that Africa can't stay moronic no more. It's reaching a tip. You got too many smart youth. They're not going to allow that ignorance to continue. They're too smart. And just like Niger called in the Russians, it's funny. The Americans were supposed to left. They were still there. And so the Russians moved into the American base alongside the the Russians moved to the base alongside the Americans because the Americans they're stealing shit. We're here to help. All that fake ass nonsense. No one's white people, Asian, other people not there to help no African. They're steal. So Russians are there. Americans are looking crazy. So yeah, you got a collective conscience happening in South Africa. It's a beautiful thing. It's long overdue, but it's happening. It's happening. That's why the white man's in South Africa. It's about we need to separate. They always want to separate parts of Africa. We need to make a new country out of South Africa and over in Cape Town and call it white people. We need our own country. You need to get the black people. Told you, you're supposed to got their fucking ass up out of there. See, this was going to happen to Rwanda about 100 years when they bring all these white people in. You're going to have dissent. They're going to talk about they have the country. The white people in South Africa are trying to separate South Africa. Trying to separate because it's wealthy. They want it completely not controlled by nobody black. You understand this? This is who they are. You're supposed to have been got their ass out of there. But you're too nice, you're too stupid, too backwards. Like Namibia, 70% of those people, the people stole all that land. Stole it. Committed genocide, just like they did in Tanzania. But Tanzania got their ass up out of there. Off the land. Go ahead.
Well, waking up, we wouldn't say let's not forget that part. As much as people have been morons, sleeping weak, people are waking up and all that. But to the next conversation before we come, because I see time is really going super fast. I want to share this video of something you've educated us for for quite some time. So much information about all these products, chemicals has been out. I'm talking about Nestle, which is a company that produces the baby formulas, all these baby foods like Cerelac and so much. It has been called out in Africa for poisoning African children. I mean,
I told you that, Joby. I told you everything that comes to Africa. That's why the damn you did no, that was the more that was you did this thing about the cough syrup full of poisons, all that. That's what there's a war on to African people. The African people, especially on the continent, have been completely fucking stupid because of that dumbass religion. You've allowed people to just send you shit. And as an adult, you're supposed to check whatever somebody's sending you. What's in this shit? You don't take nothing blindly, but especially the people have colonized you. The whole thing is always, I want Africa without the African. You know, shout out to Eroton. You got a bunch of Erotons running around and don't know how shit works. And that's dangerous. Everybody's your buddy and shit. They're not your buddy. They're your fucking mortal enemies. It's just a fact, whether you like it or not. So that's why they find it, baby. Everything you get outside of Africa coming in, it's full of poison. All of it. I'm gonna tell you all of it. Not just don't check all that shit. All of it. It's got poisons in it to wipe your ass out. All of it. Go ahead, Joby.
let me share this with you.
But they brought us up. But they brought us our Jesus.
Story.
We decided to check two Nestle baby food brands
How about that?
sold
Check
in
it.
lower income countries. One is Cerelac. We're speaking about the leading baby food cereal brand worldwide, and the other is Nido. This is a growing up milk brand, also very popular in low and middle income countries. And we tried to check the amount of sugar that is added by Nestle in those products. And what we found was quite shocking in the sense that we found very high levels of sugar added by Nestle in the product. On average, 1 sugar cube in a serving in Nestle Nestle cereal baby cereals.
And pause that, Joby. What did I tell you about black African people's breast milk? Yours is the best. You're not supposed to put none of that shit in your child. That fucking fake ass milk shit in your child at all, in Africa. You're already retarding your child. That's why I showed you. They know that. That's why I showed you. They would rape African women, Joby, and put their white babies on the African woman's breast. Why would they do that? Because they know.
It's the original milk.
Yeah, exactly.
And they are intended for 6 months babies, so that's quite a lot. The highest amount we found was 7.3 grams in a serving in a product sold in the Philippines. So that's nearly 2 sugar cubes in a serving. And for Nido, the amount that we found was a bit lower, on average 2 grams in a serving, but still in Central America, we found a product with very high levels of sugar. We're talking about 5.3 grams in a serving. Now, what is really shocking with this is that in Switzerland, all the similar products sold by Nestle, they're sold without any added sugar. I can show you, for example.
Exactly. Who owns Nestle? Oh, the Rothschilds. What is Switzerland? Rothschild Central.
Same people.
What is Switzerland? Oh, that whole country's controlled, owned by the Rothschilds. Yeah.
Shout out to the
How about
media. Shout out to Umoja Radio. Shout out to Mzales. Shout out to Sparker. A quick shout out to everyone with me on TikTok. Shout out to Ronnie Mboya, who's also with us still.
This is Nestle's baby cereal sold in Switzerland. Now, if you read here, it says without added sugar, sans sucre ajouté. Now, the product that is being sold in low and middle countries.
He knows what they're doing is on purpose, Joe. He knows what they're doing is on purpose because they don't do it in their own country. So they know what they're doing is on purpose. So it's nefarious. Go ahead, Joe.
I don't even want to continue with this. The question is posed now back to the Africans. Like you just said, this is where I'm going to now call Africans, majority of those who follow this? Because apparently I saw my stepmom feeding my siblings this. My mom, for her, I never saw her feeding my brother this. I came to see this in my dad's house. The
Yeah.
Cerelac, the baby formula, and a bunch of just things she used to buy. So I think the question is just goes back to the African people where we lost it. How did
They
you
don't know.
track of you feeding your children? Because I was saying I'm gonna give a couple of ideas personally. I've grown up in the village and I used to be left with my younger cousins to feed
Yeah.
them. And some of the things I could feed them is bananas. All you have to do is cook bananas and you mash them completely, or because you don't have blenders. So for us, we're gonna mash them
I know what you're
completely.
saying, but you're called backwards for doing that shit, Joby. Now you're a backward African. That's what I tell you. And so you believe that shit because you've been told all kind of lies through your educational system that the white man brought you civilization and he's your Jesus. All them goopy lies, and you don't know. No. Everything they do is always non-organic. You ever realize everything they want is non-natural, Toby?
True.
That's why once you figure out, that's why they're not from you know what. Everything they want to do is non-natural.
True. So again, I'll say this goes back to the African women and also the men, because if you are a man who has been brought up right, especially in the village, and you've seen your siblings how they have been fed, and then you come to the city and you want to now act like a city boy, feeding your kids now all the Cerelac and all, stick to the culture. Fine, you keep on, let allow people label you all the backward names. You are a village boy or whatever, but you know what you're doing. Protecting first the health of your child.
You got to educate. Whatever you got to educate them like that. What you said.
I think it's at the 6th month. Anyone can correct me for those who maybe know. I'm not sure, but if I can remember, maybe it's at the 6th month when the kid starts now to be fully fed, if I'm not wrong. And there are some kids who can actually start also eating early because they have.
It depends. Yeah, it depends on the child.
Yeah,
it depends on the child. Everybody's different.
Yeah, because I have 7 siblings behind me, and I've seen all of them, like 3 of them, how they used to be fed some of the foods, when at their 6th month, at a certain month, when they get a year older. So it is just again back to us as African people where we lost it. Can we go back to the culture? Can we just embrace the culture? Stop being so westernized where this is damaging your kids' health. We'll start, and it's so sad because a baby can't talk. They start having some maybe health reaction. They are crying the whole night. What's going on? You can't figure out, and you are the cause because you're feeding these children, something that is really reacting bad to their body.
Yeah. Because you devalued being African. They told you everything African was bad, and you devalued. So even started with your goofy religion, you devalued. So everything that was good about you, because you don't imagine for generations, you don't know who you are, you don't know your history, you don't know nothing. So you used to live. Your average lifespan for African was 20 years. Average lifespan for European was 35. So you taking from 35-year-old people who died, their history, some their culture, and superimpose it on yours and say that theirs is better than you, because you don't even know who you are no more. You got no clue who you are as a people. That's the sadness of it. Exactly.
Shatu and Sanken one, good morning to you too. Hope you're doing amazing this amazing Tuesday afternoon from our end. In 5 minutes past the top of the hour, and welcome. I also see Umoja Radio says that starts during pregnancy, then after birth. I agree with you completely. The problem also could be also because also I believe pregnant women do, with the cravings, you take a lot of bunch of things, but also you have to be careful how effective this is going to be to the baby. Because I think we read, there's something we were reading, kids, to do with what they do to the pregnant mothers and how it affects the baby. There was something, what the pregnant women eat and how it affects the baby. I can't remember.
Well, everything affects your child. If you're eating naturally and healthily, and then also speaking to your child as an African, because see, you have been taught that you're the smartest people on the planet. You haven't been taught none of this. See, if your child is taught truth in the womb, your child can come out talking immediately. You don't know none of this as an African.
That was actually to do with how they have now managed to tamper with women when they are pregnant, and how it can change, the hormones of a kid to almost to this homosexuality, LGBTQ nonsense. If you can remember, I think we
True.
shared that some time back, where they also said it affects from the pregnant woman to the kid. But Umoja Road also said, shout out to Ronnie. Ronnie says this is sad. It is sad. Shout out to Baba B, and Umoja Radio says change is good to use. Food is not as natural as in 2000s, but we can go back to that. Imagine it is not as good. We still have organic food in Africa. That is the best part, and we have to agree. But we can go back to that.
You still have the best food in Africa. So you got the best land, but they're destroying your lands with the pesticides, herbs. When you take on their Western system, their system destroys the land because it's non-natural. So you see, but you've been told everything white people do is better. They better than me. Everything Chinese people do is better than me. So you believe bullshit. And so they're now stripping the nutrients and minerals out of African soil. Because like Joby said, when did you stop learning how to farm? That's an African tradition. You ever never realized before the white man showed up, you didn't have any starvation because you controlled your food supply? As an adult, you're supposed to control your food supply. That's what they have. You be shipping in rice and plastic rice and all. Anybody going to get your food, and nothing. When you find Chinese people giving you plastic shit, these are acts of war. As an African, you don't even know what an act of war is no more. You don't know when people waging war on you. Plastic rice kills you and your family. That's an act of war. You don't even know that no more as an African. What is an act of war? Somebody's waging war on you. Somebody's raping and abusing your woman. That's an act of war. You ain't know what an act of war. You've been made child. That's what white supremacy does. I'm not gonna blame us for that. It does make us children.
Mm-hmm. But as we come closer to the end, I also see Umoja Road. Umoja Road. God damn, why did I say Umoja Road? Sorry about that. Umoja Radio. So we have a road called Umoja Road along here. So I think I confused it. You see that farming also changed. Change is inevitable in the 21st century. I agree with you. And what else? I also see you saying that avocados and eggs have too much protein and fats, are not recommended for pregnant mothers. Well, you can eat, but not too much. I do believe, personally, if I have cravings, I have cravings. I don't know if I can control my cravings. So if I'm craving avocado and I'm pregnant, I should not take that. I will take it, but you should just watch the weight gain if it's avoidable, because some women become super fat, like the body changes crazy, the nose is big, the legs can't walk, it just becomes crazy. Msales also says, watu wa umoja wamesikia. I know that's right. But anyway, we are almost coming to the end of today's conversation.
Where you going to translate that for us, Joby?
It's really nothing to translate. It's just saying what you have had, that's all. But yeah, with everything that I've discussed today, starting from what Burkina Faso is doing, and with both topics actually, Burkina Faso's investing in agricultural production and the people, and where we can see how the European or the Western powers, the European have managed to bring all these chemical products to Africa, where we've become so reliant on them. We've embraced westernization and we've lost our ways of living the cultural ways. With both topics, it's so relatable, but it goes back to number one, the biggest blame, or the people to blame, of course, it's the leadership. Because if this was to change, like you're saying, change is inevitable. They should have done it a long time ago, from the beginning. Because we see countries, prime ministers calling...
they were puppets. Those people never leaders. Those people were never leaders in the beginning, Joe. But they were all putting the Jomo Kenyattas, those people all puppets.
I understand that completely. So it is up to the people. That's what I'm saying. It starts with the leadership. then it comes to the people, where you also need to question your culture. You see your culture being changed, and you're watching this, and you are actually accepting and embracing the changes being brought to you, where it actually even includes your own health, which is in danger. So it is both parties to play a role, but majority of the part, it is for Africans, because you are the majority and you are the most target and the affected one. So that is my closing remark for today's
But that's
conversation.
that's what you're doing now. You're bringing information. You're informing them that you do have enemies. African people, we have enemies. No one's our friend. Sorry. You want to, you want to love the Asians and the white man, but you don't want to love the other tribe. You know how moronic you sound. That's why you're being dominated. You play you're tribal in the head. Oh, I don't like the Kikuyu and the Lu, but you'll go patronize a Chinese store, a European store, an Arab store, whatever the hell. You'll practice your division against other Africans, but not against actually other races of people. And that's why you're dominated, because you're sick in the head. You're sick, and everybody knows it. I want you to know, they know that. They know you're sick in the head. So they use that against us. You're sick in the head. You're the same people. Yeah, you are waking up. You are. That's true. You're the same people sitting in Kenya, the same people sitting in goddamn Johannesburg, South Africa, sitting over in Ghana. So just learn that.
Umoja said body fat after birth leads to stress on the mother, low self-esteem, cause of body changes. Well, again, I think something Kate said, if you have a good partner who can help you go through all that, then you're good to go. This is why, again, to the ladies, we've discussed this every single time, especially on Tubonge, on the Black Kings. Always make great choices. Marriage is not, giving birth and marriage is just not something you just
play around with.
No, it's not all about glitters and gold. It is stressful. It is literally you investing your time, emotions,
your life,
money, your life. So
I'm glad Joby understands it. See that Joby's very mature for her age. I find that most women don't understand that. Sadly enough, in Africa, you're forced into these wacky ass marriages.
Nah, let no man teach you because they can. They can provide, yes, but when it comes to marriage, trust me, people do change. Even the woman, you think she's the best, but she change. So I love someone's character, go through thick and thin. Actually, personally, I love, and this is why I say I confirm myself an icon. I wanna go through shit with you. I wanna every single day. Where are you getting this money for meat? Can I wanna go through shit with you personally, not really like to the lowest, of course. I don't gonna go again to the point where I'm struggling. I want to be,
You say you want to go through life.
Is he okay? I'm not okay. Can we sort each other out?
You want to go through life. You want to go through life.
If I make a decision, you're not gonna walk away. You sure I'm not gonna walk away? But apparently, with today's generation, people think like giving birth it's a flex, getting married it's a flex. All for the gram. But when it comes to reality, it hits you bad. You have postmortem depression. You're now depressed with life. You hate yourself. You wanna die, and then. It's crazy. It's crazy. Make great choices, manze. And I also see Mzale says, leo siku mkuje na Kamlesh, lazima tuonge kuhusu the epic weekend Formula 1 event. Hiyo ni gani? Siko sure. But of course, I'm expecting Kamlesh too. I hope he's going to make it today. It's not been raining for the past, I think, 2-3 days. 2-3 days it's not been raining. So I think he should be able to make it. And we're going to bring, it's been a minute to the culture show. It's been a minute, Najua. It's been a minute. I've missed it too. And the moderator says there was a conversation here. We asked what shows your Kenyan. There was a conversation here. We asked what shows your Kenyan, what's the Kenyan dress code? What's the Kenyan dress code? I'm not getting you.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
What shows your Kenyan? Oh, what shows your Kenyan? Oh, that is what you mean. What shows I'm Kenyan? I don't know. Normally, I'm going to answer this very quickly. The way we talk to people, we have a way of responding. Like I kind of feel like Kenyans are rude in a way, just in a way. Like we're kind of nonchalant, but at the same time, not really. We're somewhere in the middle. I can't describe Kenya. I can't because if I see me, I'll respond to situations. Sometimes I'm gonna leave it. You can avoid some situation that is Kenyan, or you can actually get deep into it if they want to get deep into it. That's what's the Kenyan dressing code? Do you have a dressing code? I don't know.
There's no Kenyan dressing code.
I don't think we have a dressing code. That is
There's
just me.
not one.
Yeah.
You got different. It depends on what religion you follow. If you're Islam, you got that doopy ass hijab shit on, walking around like a mummy.
But I'm gonna say, I feel like Kenya is a little bit westernized. I feel
it is westernized. Oh, yeah, it's westernized. That's what it is. So, yeah, most Kenya's westernized. Most of Africa is westernized. So, shit. The idea that what's the dress code? Westernized. You were colonized for 200 years. What do you mean? What's the dress code?
Yeah.
Colonized.
Beside Masai Shukas, I don't feel like we really have a dressing code, being honest. If you look at, especially women,
come on, ain't nobody walking around looking like the Masai in 2024. Come on. Stop talking crazy.
Me, actually, if you look at the way they're dressing with the wigs on, their nails on, you won't even differentiate if this is a high school girl, a college girl, or you just don't know. Like, things have just changed from even the way I grew up. And this is saying people buy Western culture and lifestyle, like in movie, model bodies. I agree with you, but it is all again Africa copied things that have just been again twisted and westernized. And Mzale says he is kind of talking about those bracelets. We have wheels. Is it whistle? No, wheels. I don't know. We are away. Okay. And this is saying that your bracelet ya Kenya kwa mkono. Oh, this one. Oh yeah, this is another thing. This is what I did. This is Kenyan. Yeah, this is another one. Yeah, that's true. I agree with you. This is so Kenyan. Like, if you've seen with this, which I've seen some of the actors in America also wearing them, but yeah, if you've seen it, this is also, you're identified as a Kenyan. If you have this one, yeah, I agree with you. And you're saying, yeah, bracelet ya Kenya lazima. I agree. The shukas, Masai shukas. Personally, I don't have the shukas. Yeah. But yeah, Santelisa, that's been fun. Thank you for the question. What I really appreciate. That's fun. And shout out to Mzales. Thank you so much for tuning in. Shout out to Ronnie Mboya. I appreciate you for being here. And to everyone who tuned in. And thank you so much for 2,000 likes. I do appreciate it. To Unsunken 1K Williams, Kate, and to all the silent listeners, those who shall catch this on a replay, enjoy. Leave your comments down below. If this is your first time again, remember to subscribe on Facebook, on YouTube, and to stay connected.
Cameron hasn't made it in yet, Joby?
Yep.
He's not in?
I'm not sure. He's not communicating, so I bet he's coming. Personally, if I don't get communication, it's trouble with me. So you need to tell me if you're not coming,
It's going. Well, I guess the next show is going to be Irritan and Shamani doing the
he might
the countdown show.
He might catch up probably later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, because he's not told me. He knows I'm gonna call his ass man. Yeah. So yeah. But anyway,
it ain't been raining. The Spikes can make it in there. He live on the other side of town too, so please, come on.
Spikes is a hustler. Go, brother, go. Shout to him anyway. But much love. Have an amazing afternoon to everyone who has joined me on TikTok. Have an amazing morning for those who are with us all the way from diaspora, and see you guys later on the Black Kings Frequency and later on the Culture Show.
Yeah, come back. That's gonna be with Uganda. We'll do it with Maria and Seto today.
Mm-hmm. They're joining us. Oh, you sent me the topic. I have to review it again. You sent
me the topic. Yeah, I sent it to you.
Okay, peace, family.
Yeah.